Retirement. How long did you know you were done before you told anybody else?
I felt it that year, I think, but I didn't really want to announce it. I didn't really want that whole farewell tour. But then I ended up getting it anyways, because people saw, I think I was struggling. So I think it started with actually with Doc Rivers at the Clippers game, I think, when he took the mic, right? The game was over. It's fourth quarter. We had lost. I'm kind of just standing there, the time's running out, and he calls a timeout. We're like, what is he doing? Like, why is he calling a timeout? We're getting mad. And then he goes up to the mic. I'm like, what is he doing? And then he's like, hey, Dirk, amazing career, and get up, everybody get up. And so I was almost embarrassed, right? Like I've never felt this before.
Did it like touch you though?
Yeah, of course. It was unbelievable gesture. At the time, I was still in the moment, and we had just lost the game, and I don't think I could enjoy it as much as I would now. And then all of a sudden, I get to road games after All-Star game, and I was invited to play in the All-Star game because people were thinking it was my last year, and so that whole thing kind of snowballed. And then everywhere we played after All-Star on the road, people were giving me standing ovations when I subbed in, and so I ended up getting a farewell tour without really announcing that I will retire. But in my head, I kind of knew the last few months and weeks was really tough. I couldn't practice anymore, which I love. I could only play the games, and it was just health-wise, just wasn't holding up anymore. So leading up to the last few weeks was pretty emotional for me, but I never really let it out. But I knew that was going to be it.
How would the emotion come out in you, even if you didn't show it publicly?
I mean, just knowing that I'm walking in the arena one last time to play, or whatever practice days, we're all lifting weights and somebody's making a joke and I'm in the middle of it. I'm always trying to lighten the situation, always joking with guys. And I knew I would miss that. I knew I'd miss the camaraderie a little bit, the road trips.
You said you sometimes wonder if it was worth playing those last two seasons. Why?
Well, we weren't very good. It's not like we were still chasing the championship. And I have some health problems now with a little bit of foot stuff. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. I played 21 years. I'm proud of that with one franchise, which is a record. I don't want to sit here and say it was a mistake to play 2 more years. I don't know what I would do now if I would be in the same situation again. I'll probably still play again. But it's been an incredible journey. And I'm glad that I did play 21, because at the end I got to play with Luka and be there for him 1 year and kind of show him a little bit of the ropes and develop a little bit of relationship with him. And now he's taken, obviously, this franchise back to new heights.
You miss it at all?
I miss, of course, some of the games, the competing. I think when I miss it most is the Mavericks had an unbelievable run last year in the playoffs, and I wanted to be there and I wanted to support. So I went to almost every playoff game last year, home and on the road. That was hard. Knowing that you won't have that feeling anymore, you make a big play and silencing the crowd or firing up the home crowd. And that is an adrenaline rush I don't think you can get anywhere else in retirement.
So you said around the time you were retiring, I want to travel, I want to enjoy my family that sacrificed so much over the last years and see my kids and then go from there. I'm sure after a year or two of doing that, something has to come and find my passion. Thoughts on that today?
I would say I'm still in that same mode. I'm still sort of, I would say, in the in-between phase where I enjoy being with the kids and the family. We do travel a lot, but then I do a bunch of stuff, little things to just see where is it going to take me? Is it going to be with the Mavericks? Is it going to be international with FIBA? Or I think one thing is clear, that I'm going to stay around basketball. I've learned a lot the last couple of years about business, and took some classes at Harvard Business School. All that's cool. But I don't think that's where my passion is. The passion is always and has always been sports and was always basketball. So, my mentor Holger always said to me that he wishes that one day I will do the same for somebody that he has done for me, and that's take him in when they're 15, show them the ropes. I can see where I can like that, but I don't think I'm quite there yet. I think I still need a little more separation from the game. Because once you do that, I think I want to be all in.
You think Dirk ends up doing what in retirement?
Ooh, great question. What will Dirk do? I think he's going to give a little bit back to the game of basketball. Not that we're asking him to do anything athletically. We're going to use his brain.
His future is going to be entwined with the Dallas Mavericks. It can't be anything else. I don't see him ever going to another team. I mean, he and Mark are just like two peas in a pod. Their heads are together all the time. It's like he's never left.
I think he'll stay attached to the game at some point, whether it's mentoring players, whether it's in the front office, who knows, could even, do other things in the game, ownership. But I also think he loves his foundation.
I think he'll continue to do stuff locally and internationally, trying to help kids and underserved families. So I know that's his first passion. Whatever he does decide to do, I know he'll be great at it.
What were the classes at Harvard Business School like?
It's I did one online last year for a couple of months. It was business management, which I got to say for me is hard. All these guys that are in the class from all over the world, 400, 500 people or whatever, they all have like CEO position or CEO of big companies. So, they're in that environment every day, and they went to college for it, right? And I'm sitting in this class and I get all this material, and I'm a little overwhelmed. It was a cool experience, but it was harder than I thought. On the website it says, it takes like 6 to 7 hours a week to kind of get through the stuff. And it took me sometimes 10, 15 hours a week. I was sitting there. So I'm reading stuff, then sometimes I had to Google because I didn't understand. Or they were like, hey, write a quick email to your boss, such and such thing happened. I'm like, I don't even know how to write an email to my boss. So I'm doing all this research on the side. So it was hard, but it was cool. I think I learned a lot.
I think he's really worked hard to kind of get a better grasp on finance and how he can make an impact with his family and his foundation. So very well-rounded individual that I'm really proud of all the growth and development he's made as a human being.
So you mentioned walking in, you remembered we caught up at Tony La Russa's charity event a few years back, and you were pretty well glued to the speakers. I mean,
funny that you saw that.
Yeah, I mean, clearly it meant something.
To me, that was just a learning thing. I wanted to see what these guys are talking about leadership, about all sorts of stuff, and I found it super interesting.
I've been told by somebody close to you that I've never seen Dirk happier than he is at this moment. I'm curious for your thoughts on that.
I can see that. I think what always kept me on the edge was a little bit of the pressure. Even in the summers when I'm off, I'm still thinking basketball. I'm still thinking I need to stay in shape. What can I do better? I just think it's that's pressure is away. It's off now, and I can let go. I can do what I want. I can travel without looking for a gym and a workout room every time. I think that's helped me kind of be more at ease. Now that I'm done with basketball, to me, I'm in the world learning now. I'm learning new stuff. I'm my own boss. I can do what I want. I can pick and choose. So I think that's something that, of course, a luxury that I didn't have for a long time. And I've enjoyed it for 3 years now, but I'm sure there's another challenge out there for me. But yeah, I'm loving family life and the kids, so I'm in a good spot.